Next week, Monday, marks a significant milestone for Grenada as the date when the country's first COVID-19 case was publicly confirmed. The country's first case, patient 0, was announced as a 50-year-old female who returned from the United Kingdom on March 16th and subsequently became sick on March 17th and was officially diagnosed on March 21st.
We were in our importation and isolation and community transmission phase for quite a while. We have now gotten our official imported case, and as such, we are in full gear for community transmission, or in other words, to avoid community transmission.
During the past year, since the pandemic reached Grenada, the country has recorded 154 positive cases, of which 76 were imported. 151 recovered, with 2 active cases. The country recorded 1 COVID-related death, that of a male individual. Now that we enter into 1 year since the pandemic reached Grenada, the question is asked, is Grenada in a better position coping with COVID-19? Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Francis Martin, says one thing is certain, Grenada is in a better position information-wise.
As the year has passed, I feel more confident now as we view the future. We don't know the future, but we do know that the amount of information that we have thus far is sufficient enough to keep us safe. Later now, we see the introduction of the vaccine, which is a ray of hope. We're beginning to see a light at the end of the tunnel, and I really do hope that the light will continue to shine and improve as we go forward.
Dr. Martin admits that when the WHO's announcement came about the pandemic, it was a scary period for everyone, including himself. It was a time when health officials had to learn as they go, trying to make the necessary adjustments.
From my own personal standpoint, when the World Health Organization indicated that the COVID is now a fake or a public health emergency of international significance, where I sat at that time was a very, very painful, stressful period because there was so much we did not know about the COVID, and we had to learn on the job as we speak. And I think that level of fear of the unknown, drove fear through everybody's mind and hearts and so on.
1 year later, vaccines have been developed to guard against the virus. Grenada received its first batch of 6,000 AstraZeneca vaccines and began its vaccination rollout in February. The second batch of 17,000 arrived on island 2 weeks ago, while the process continues. Health officials say the turnout has been positive. However, some remain skeptical. The most recent positive cases were recorded last weekend. 2 people remain in self-isolation, with another 204 people in quarantine facilities. Christelina John, GBN News.